Hi everybody, it's Sally from Sally Stampers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm bringing you, yes, another succulent project. I just can't get enough of these. I actually put this on my Facebook group with my Stampin' Up friends, and I said, yeah, I'm addicted to the succulents, and one of the ladies on there said, you're not addicted, you're obsessed. And I think it's true because I just love them. I think they're so pretty, they're so versatile, and the projects you can make are just endless. So I just wanted to show you this one that I've made that I think would be a great little gift for Mother's Day, which is coming up this weekend. It's relatively inexpensive to make, and I think it would look really cute on a windowsill in a kitchen, or even in a bathroom, or maybe even just a spare room or anywhere. I just love them. I just can't help it. And as you can see, it's in a really cute little metal bucket. I think this was maybe about 30p. It was certainly no more than 50p that I picked them up at a local, I think it's like a florist type shop. It certainly does a few crafting items, not Stampin' Up obviously, but it does a lot of things like, you know, the oasis that you put inside, and the silk flowers and things like that, and a lot of other different tins and colours. I'm just thinking, actually, if I just reach over the camera, I do apologise, you can get them in different sizes. So actually this one, obviously, as you can see, is slightly bigger, and they just continue until you can get virtually a full-sized one. So just very quick, show you how I made these, and as I say, they are relatively quick and simple, and this is where my green fingers have come from sponging these. I'm not going to spend the whole video making these up because it will take me ages, so I'm just going to basically show you what I did to make them up, and I made a couple up. So I have another bucket here, and I've stuffed it relatively firmly with tissue paper. I guess you could use anything you wanted to, newspaper or scrap paper, just something to fill that in to give the flowers something to stick to. So the largest one I have here that I made, this is Pool Party, and it is stamped with rich raspberry round the edges, and I actually got the Pool Party and went back over the top with the sponging just to try and soften it a little. So in with my succulent framelets, I'm just going to show you what I actually used to create this one, and you'll have to apologise for the state of these. As I say, they're well used. So as you can see, I've started off with the medium of the large, because there's three what I class as large ones. So I started with a medium, so there's one of those and one of those, and then quite simply one of each of the other ones, and I've just layered them on top, obviously alternating them to go between the flowers, and I sponged them before I layered them, and then I added a little Pool Party enamel shape, sorry, in the middle there. For these green ones, again, I've just used these ones, and I have used two of the large, one medium and one small, and I've actually put one of these to show you ready to make. So I have used wild wasabi, cardstock, and the stamp, sorry, the ink, and obviously the sponge. And what I did find when you sponge these is you do have to be quite careful. Hold the leaf as close as you can to the tip and then stamp, because if you try and do it like this, you end up pushing it and it will crease and potentially rip a leaf off. This is why I have green fingers, and I've just stuck my knuckle in that as well. Not doing too well, but as you can see, I'm just working my way around the sides, just inking the sponge and then just popping it onto the sides, and then the same, whoops, on this one, just sponging all the way around the edges. You can obviously do it a lot more, a lot less. You can use different colours, as I've shown you with the rich raspberry on the Pool Party. You can just add any colour you like, really. And then on this middle-sized one, I've literally just gone round and done the edges and then literally touched the edges of that one. And like I said, green fingers. Okay, so come in with my glue dots. So I have one for my base, turn the other 3 over, and then just pop, whoops, a glue dot in the centre of each one. Now the smallest one you can just fit in the centre. And then again, like I said, back in, make sure you're central, overlap it into the gaps, likewise with this one, and then again with the small one. And then, whoops, where did my glue dot go? Oh, stuck to my finger. Let's grab another one. I'm going to just pop it on there, I think, makes that a bit easier. And then stick that one on. And then I've just got my enamel shapes. These are the Brights, I believe, for the, or sorry, no, Subtles for Wild Wasabi. And you can just go along and lift each leaf if you want. I find it just as quick to sort of put your thumbnail into the centre and just sort of work it round, and it will automatically then fold all of them up. So that's those ones. And these last little ones, I've used rose red cardstock and rose red ink, and I've stamped, oops, this image, oh sorry, no, I tell a fib, that image and that image. So I've actually done these two. They generally don't look like they go together, but I think they work quite well. So like I said, I've stamped those and die cut them out. Let's move that out of the way, move that out of the way. And when I used these, I used my, whoops, my mat, and I simply pop them all on. I'm getting green everywhere now, look, it's all over my fingers. I use the back of my piercing tool and just simply push into the centre, which obviously gives those all a little bit of dimension. The smaller ones I turn over, and you've guessed it, we add a glue dot onto the back. Oops. These can be a little bit tricky at times because sometimes they just prefer to stick to you or your tool than the actual card. And nearly on the wrong one. And the last one there. And then there's a sort of a bit of a, I don't know if you can see, there's a bit of a sort of a shorter bit there, and then there's a pokey bit on this one. And I just sort of lined those up and squeezed them together. And like I said, they don't particularly go together, but who's to say you can't do it? And then I just give them another bit of a push. And then I haven't actually got any small enamel shapes left, so these ones are going to have large ones in the centre, but it doesn't really matter. So I just pop enamel shapes into the centre of these. Oops, that's those done. Let's get rid of that. And then you simply add them into here. Now you can see I've obviously added some dangly bits on this one. I'm not going to add them to this one. I don't think I really want to. I want a different one. But what I am going to do before I stick any of those on is wrap some ribbon round the tin, as I have done on this one. This again is the Sale-A-Bration's metallic ribbon that you can get if you spend over £45, and I think it's the equivalent of, I want to say €70, but I'm not sure if it's 70 or 60. But yeah, it's just great ribbon, and it's really nice because it's just got that little bit of bling to it, just to make it a little prettier, I think. And as you know, with my bows, I like to turn my project upside down. And then, oops, just going to make my bow with my green fingers. Actually, I did a better attempt on that one, never mind. I did try and see how nice the bow would look if it was actually on the handle, so you could do that one instead. But yeah, I'll leave that one. I might fiddle with it later. So there's my bow. Yeah, I really don't like that one. I'm going to take it off altogether, I think. Remake it in a bit. So to put these in place, we go back to the glue dots. So I'm going to add a couple. You can see where I've actually undone this one. Add a couple to the blue one. And I'd apologise for my dog's barking. And stick that one there. And just give it a little push so that it sticks to the tissue paper. And then my green ones, I'm going to add a glue dot to the back of these. I do apologise for my dogs barking. I have no one watching them today, so I can guarantee they would bark. And I just sort of lift the leaves a little. Whoops, and tuck it in. And then the same with this one. And the last one. And you can see why I use green tissue paper, because obviously you really need to be able to hide what's you can see it, sorry, sometimes, so you need to be able to have it blend in. It'd be no good having some garish colour. Right, so these little roses, as you can see, these are what I call gap fillers, and again I'm just simply adding a glue dot to the back of them and sticking them in the gaps around the tin. So again, you can give it a little push and a little curl, and I'm going to tuck him in there, and then I'm going to tuck this one underneath there, and this one can go under those leaves, which I've got glue dots sticking to me, and this last one I think I'm going to stick on the top there. And as you can see, even though you've kind of hid those ones underneath, you can still see them. I will add a bow so you can see it at the end, but how cute is that? And you don't have to stop there. Obviously, as I say, I've used these metal tins, little metal buckets, but just to show you briefly, I made a window shadow box, filled it with shredded tissue paper, and then just added my flowers into this one. And as you can see, the effect is amazing. Rich raspberry, sweet sugar plum, pool party with white, sorry, no, this one, yes, pool party with white and the perfect white enamel shade, perfect white accents. I believe this is old olive, again with white, and I think this is elegant eggplant, just etched on the edges there. But as you can see, this is craft card, and this is the hardwood stamp set that I used on the back. But yeah, you can use anything you like with these succulents. They're just amazing. All the information will be on my blog. I'm sure you could probably get these off eBay as well. All the products that I've used are still available in the current catalogues. So by all means, have a look. The link below. The link is below for you to be able to purchase the products, and also the link is there for my blog with all the details on. Hope you have a great day, whatever you're doing, and hope you're spoiling your mums tomorrow. Have a great day, guys, and I'll speak to you soon.